This is like fake news squared. Not only did they get their story wrong, which is fake news, they got their story wrong in an effort to cover up wrongdoing that they had done originally.
Right, and the story was reported by Jim Sciutto, who is a former Obama official, so that adds another layer of corruption to this fake story. And everyone you talk to in the intelligence community and you talk to journalists, they say this is so irresponsible. If it is partly true or completely false, which it looks like it's completely false, if the New York Times is out there saying that this story is completely false, then that's a huge problem because you have people who are political operatives spreading fake news just to get a narrative out there that is literally putting lives in danger. So I think the whole fake news thing has gotten to such a low. CNN doesn't even surprise me anymore with how low they are willing to go. But again, I think this just takes it to another level.
It does, and in particularly, I expect this from CNN. I echo your sentiment there, but particularly from the intelligence officials who were talking about this source. Just by mentioning that we have such a source, that lets the Russians know that they have been infiltrated, which means they are now going to be hunting out that spy, which means that asset is going to be in danger. These intelligence officials who referenced the existence of this spy were willing to put he or she in danger, that person's life in danger, just so that they could try to hack President Trump. That is shocking.
Right. And you have it's twofold, because you have the problem of the intelligence community who should not be putting this stuff out there, and then you have the journalists who are willing to report on it, and it's a huge ethical problem. And it's mind-blowing that you would have this happening simply because they want to get Trump. That's what this comes down to. They don't care about actually getting the story out there. They simply want to make Trump look bad. They want to get this Russian collusion narrative out there, and they are willing, as you said, to put people's lives at risk in order to do it. It is absolutely shameful. And this is not the only story out there that CNN is getting wrong. MSNBC, you had Lawrence O'Donnell out there literally just essentially what it looks like making stuff up simply to get Trump. And it's really dangerous when you just have people willing to say whatever they want, to put journalistic standards out the window. Even if some of this stuff is true, there are journalistic checkpoints. You can't just say a source told me this, a source told me that, anonymous source here, anonymous source there. You actually have to do your due diligence and get other people on the record. You actually have to get, if it's anonymous, you should get at least two other sources, two other credible sources. None of these people are doing that. And they simply are doing it because they have a political agenda to get Trump.
Right. That's why I called it fake news squared, because not only is it a story that the CIA is denying and that the New York Times is contradicting, and the New York Times is not exactly conservative. If they're contradicting CNN, CNN has done something pretty wrong here.